Bueno, todos soy The Killer y estamos en The Council. Uy, ¿por qué sale tan...? ¿Ya hacía esto descentrado? No, estamos en el capítulo posiblemente cercano al final. Hemos desbloqueado el final malo porque me salí de la habitación cuando no tocaba. Ojalá no moverme. Pero bueno, vamos a ver. Porque no hemos desvelado el enigma de Momo. Así que vamos a tener problemas. Supongo. En la salita. ¿Cuál es la salita? O sea, por bajo la salita. ¿Dónde está? Encantada. Gran salón. La salita. Muy bien. Primer piso. ¿Tú qué?
You are expected in the small salon, sir.
Tiene pinta de que es el final, así que supongo que será un directo cortito de Council. Por desgracia. Porque el juego está muy guay, la historia mola un montón y es rejugable. Me he dejado un montón de cosas.
Emily, I must speak to you.
What's the matter, Louis? About last night, I'm guessing.
Sadly, no. Even if I'd like to have, alas. There are more pressing matters. I have news about your sister.
What have you found out?
Look, I've started piecing together the events leading up to my mother's disappearance and your sister's. Did my mother know about your secret?
Yes, even though I belong to the English chapter, her rank in the Order gives her access to a good deal of personal information.
Must have been Emma I saw in my vision.
I was given to understand that my mother and your sister bonded during their stay.
No enviarla tras madre. Intentamos la manipulación, a ver si nos sale.
If Mother's really killed her sister, I'd better find her by myself. They say they spent a lot of time together. They got along well.
Oh, really? Do you think your mother liked Duchess Hillsborough?
Of course she did. After all, she's your sister. Well, we'll find them, Emily. Trust me.
Should I speak to her about my vision? If what I saw is true, she might want to take revenge. I better keep that to myself for the time being.
Vamos a tener cuidado con las
Come,
visiones.
Louis. They're waiting for us.
Vamos.
You will pay dearly, Peru. I'm sure you were involved somewhere along the line.
That's right. Pretend you don't know. One piece of advice. Don't travel through France on your way back, or it'll cost you dearly.
Calm now, my friends. Let's calm down. Everyone seems to be a little unnecessarily heated. Don't forget where you are, please.
What's going on here exactly?
Sir Gregory called us together to introduce the last guest. But hardly had we arrived when he set upon Monsieur Peru.
And who is this charming character?
Manuel Godoy, the Duke of La Alcudia. He's the head of the Spanish government, Monsieur de Richet. He's the one who, in practice, controls Spain.
How could you dare do such a thing? Dios mío, you are all out of your minds!
Really, Duke Manuel? What made you kick up such a fuss?
What? Have you not heard? Well, let me inform you that yesterday morning at 10:22 a.m. precisely, in the middle of the Place de la Révolution in Paris, by decree of the National Convention which Monsieur Peru works for, King Louis was guillotined. What?
Oh, no.
The King of France is dead, gentlemen. Our monarchies are in danger. I have said it before.
How dare they?
Oh, dear.
Oh, as if...
Gracious.
Friends, let us calm
No está
down.
preocupado.
Don't pretend to be surprised. He got a fair trial.
Ridiculous! Bastard! He was sentenced to death by 361 votes to 360. You beheaded a king for 1 vote. Is that your democracy?
What an obnoxious act. Until this, anything was possible. This political coup will have grave consequences.
France is lost.
Gentlemen,
realidad no.
please. Let us take a step back a moment.
In the name of holiness. He was the highest representative of God in France, Emily.
A ver.
If I remember rightly, what Mother told me one night, King Louis was secretly also part of the Order. I wonder what impact his death will have on us.
Sad news, sir.
With whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
Louis Maras de Richer.
Are you related to Sarah de Richer?
Es mi mamá.
Sarah is his mother, Duke. Gentlemen, this news affects us all, but I must ask you to remain calm. It's not the first time history has taken us by surprise. Let's ensure that our respective countries are allowed to respond appropriately to this news.
Oh, rest assured, the response will not fall short, my friend.
Good for you. Well, Your Grace, here I was preparing to introduce you as is proper, and you've beaten me to it. I'm delighted that we are all together at last. Our meeting will therefore be able to kick off shortly. I have just a few more little preparations to take care of before you all find out the reason for your presence here. In the meantime, I shall leave you to get to know one another. When you hear the bell, please proceed to the conclave room on my left, behind that door. I'll see you later.
Cosa más rara. ¿No?
Could you spare a moment, please, sir?
Oh, oh.
I'm glad you asked. I want to talk to you too.
Of course.
I heard about your mother's disappearance.
He looks concerned. I don't know why, but I doubt it's from sympathy alone. Well, let's see what he wants from me.
Vamos a
Any
ver.
news of her? Have you found her, maybe?
Hear you
ver,
speak,
lo
it
pillo.
sounds like you and my mother were close.
Let's say I hold your mother in high esteem, yes. We were even planning to work together.
That's what he was getting at.
Did she tell you about our arrangement?
The cat's out of the bag now.
More or less, but please do refresh my memory.
Yes, of course. Nothing of great importance in itself. During one of our discussions, she spoke of an old
libro que podría
book
resultar interesante,
which
entonces,
might have been of interest to me, and she had agreed to let me have it.
A book about what?
Ancient occultism. As you are aware, I am a doctor of theology. You might have come across some old books in her belongings, perhaps?
Huh.
The least one can say is that he doesn't beat around the
Tiene como
bush.
muchas ganas de tenerlo.
Sarah never travels without a few books. What does the one you're looking for look like exactly?
It resembles a grimoire. It's divided into 7 parts, each one individually locked. It was made in such a way that if someone tried to tamper with it, the sheets would be permanently tarnished. It's a unique copy.
Hostia, vaya
There's
libro.
only one.
The mere mention of it makes his face light up.
Well, I'll take a closer look, but I
Este tío
can't
es un
promise you
puto libro
anything.
abierto, ¿eh?
You seem very upset. Is it so important to you, this book?
Well, it's the search of a lifetime. What can I say? Every time I move closer to it, it seems to slip away at the last minute. I was very surprised to learn that your mother had it in her possession. I thought it was with a certain von Borchardt in Paris. Do you know him?
Indeed. My mother and I had a brush with this individual just a few months ago.
What about?
About an object stolen from the Order a few years ago, which my mother wanted to recover.
This situation comes as a great surprise to me.
I got him now. I hope I've been able to satisfy your curiosity, Mr. von Volner, and that you succeed in finding what you're looking for.
Oh,
Nos ha salido
and so
perfecto.
do I.
And now, what if you told me who you really are working for, instead of keeping up this pretense?
I beg your pardon?
We both know what you're looking for, von Volner. You're the one who von Burchard was planning to sell it to.
For centuries, all those who have come into contact with the Al-Azif have bitterly regretted it, Monsieur de Richet. You are playing a dangerous game. Please know that I am working for someone who does not appreciate anyone poking around in his business.
Let me guess.
Mierda. Hostia, a ver.
It's Sir Gregory.
Correct. You ought to know then, he is not a man who likes to be duped. You are walking on thin ice, sir.
Hemos salido airosos de esta de este enfrentamiento dialéctico. A ver. Mira ese ahí. Descubre más pistas sobre la nota de tu madre. Me gustaría que dijera sobre las notas de tu madre.
Right. I retrieved everything.
Por cierto. Chupitazo para subirme los puntos. Voy a hablar con este. A ver qué le saco.
Monsieur Bonaparte, may I speak with you a moment?
May we?
Does expression "go beyond the nightmare" mean anything to you at all?
Well, metaphorically, yes. It sums up the career of a soldier quite well. I doubt that is what you want to hear, though.
Indeed.
That's surely not what I'm looking for.
Well, monsieur, if you are looking for a phrase book, Lord Mortimer must surely have one, given the number of books he has. You ought to check in the library of the tower. You never know.
Would you have any more information about the conference Lord Mortimer spoke of?
Nothing at all. Mortimer is very committed to secrecy when it comes to his conferences. But given the presence of Monsieur Peru and ourselves, I think it must concern France to some extent. Otherwise, I doubt he would have invited 3 Frenchmen to his table. Huh?
Está la cosa bastante petada de franceses, eso es verdad.
What do you think of Duke Godoy?
A ver qué nos
Well,
dice.
I'd rather not express any opinion of him.
Why is that?
His reputation is enough for me.
Meaning?
This gentleman enjoys people talking about him for too many reasons. His undeserved titles, more than 10 in just 4 years, and each one more prestigious than the one before.
You don't
No se llevan
think he
bien.
deserves them?
If I had seen him on the battlefield, there might be some doubt. But that is not the case. The Queen would rather not risk losing him, so she consoles him with awards and titles.
So you don't have a very positive opinion?
His coveting French Catalonia does not encourage me to have one.
I understand your point of view. Would you have any more information about the conference Lord Mortimer spoke of?
A ver.
Nothing at all. Mortimer is very committed to secrecy when it comes to his conferences.
Con este
But
no nos
given the
llevamos bien,
presence
así que a lo
of
mejor
Monsieur
hay
Peru
líneas
and
de diálogo
ourselves,
que no podemos
I
tener.
think it must concern France to some
Porque
extent.
la cagamos en
Otherwise,
todas las
I doubt he
conversaciones,
would
¿no?
have invited 3 Frenchmen to his table, huh?
Well, I'll be leaving you now. Shall we meet up again later?
Wait, monsieur. Any news of your mother?
Unfortunately not, no.
I hope to speak with her about my deal before I leave. Let me know if you find her. À plus tard, monsieur.
Lista sobre la nana de tu madre. A ver. Parece que no hay nada más. Vamos a ver. Aquí no puedo salir. Aquí no hay nada. Pues nada, vamos a salir por esta puerta. Venga. Aquí tenemos este. Vamos a ir a hablar con él. Oli.
Mr. President, can you tell me a little more about the coming conference?
Of course, Louis. That's why we're here. Lord Mortimer or Sir Gregory regularly organize meetings like this to put forward major projects.
What do you mean by major projects?
Pues grandes.
I'd prefer to let Lord Mortimer explain that to you, Louis. Let's say he brings together influential people in order to consider possible actions to undertake to guarantee the future of nations.
Do you know the theme of the conference?
Not in the slightest. None of the guests know the theme before arriving. But you'll see, everything will turn out fine. Don't worry.
Go beyond the nightmare. Does this line remind you of anything in particular?
You've caught me unaware here, Louis. Let me think about it a second. No, nothing comes to mind. Sorry, Louis, but I am unable to help you.
Mr. President, what do you think about your counterpart, Duke Manuel?
I'm very surprised he was able to accept Lord Mortimer's invitation, given the political situation in Spain.
What do you mean?
The situation is ready to explode with France over Catalonia.
Well, the Duke must have a darn good reason to be absent and come here, mustn't he?
When Lord Mortimer invites you, Louis, you come. It's always in your best interest.
I wouldn't say that personally, but...
Well, thank you for your time.
Don't mention it, my young friend. Regarding your question on the nightmare, don't hesitate to question the others about it. Maybe one of them knows more than I do.
That's a good idea. Thank you once again. I'll see you in a little bit.
Que he preguntado a dos y los dos me he comido un mojón. Hombre, contigo quería ya hablar.
What do you want, Louis?
I have a question that might seem a bit strange, but...
Go on.
If I said go beyond the nightmare,
A ver.
would that mean anything to you?
No, means nothing to me. Do you mean literally or figuratively speaking?
In the figurative sense, probably. I'm trying to understand what it refers to.
Well, if I come up with anything, I'll let you know.
Emily, what can you tell me about the coming conference?
Sir Gregory and Lord Mortimer organize this kind of high society meeting every so often in order to consider the world situation.
But to what purpose?
Well, by bringing together the most influential people from the dominant nations of the modern world, they allow the mighty to discuss matters with calm clarity. There are precedents of armistices being signed at the end of these talks, you know. Talking while holding a glass of brandy makes things easier. You'll see.
Ya.
What do you think of our last guest?
Well, I never thought I would get the chance to meet that Hispanic Casanova in the flesh. His reputation is well known. The gentleman collects lovers, including, would you believe it, the Queen of Spain.
Menudo fucker.
I doubt that Lord Mortimer invited him for his charm, if you want my opinion. Emily, what can you tell me about the coming conference?
Sir Gregory and Lord Mortimer organize this kind of high society meeting every so often in order to consider the world situation.
But to what purpose?
Well, by bringing together the most influential people from the dominant nations of the modern world, they allow the mighty to discuss matters with calm clarity. There are precedents of armistices being signed at the end of these talks, you know. Talking while holding a glass of brandy makes things...
No puedo mover.
Yeah, you'll see. You're leaving me?
Unfortunately, I have things to do. Thank you again, madam.
Ale. No me ha servido de mucha duda. A ver. No puedo. Claro, podríamos entrar bajo. Intentar, porque había una puerta que no hemos mirado abajo. Vamos a ver algún personaje por aquí con el que podamos hablar que esté fuera. Porque ahora las habitaciones no nos deja entrar. No. Parece que no. Parece que no hay nadie más. ¿Ah? No hay nada. A ver. Oye, se ha quedado bloqueado. Vale. No. A ver. Pues vamos a bajar porque Emily estará ahí ya, ¿no? Se supone. Joder, estaba más para allá aún. Cojones. Vaya vuelta. A ver. No. No me deja, ¿no? Subir sí que puedo, así lo que voy a hacer es bajar. Voy a bajar. Voy a ir a la zona esta, a la puerta por la que no entré. Para buscar a la gente esta, porque si no... Hawen. Aquí no he estado, ¿eh?
This is Cersei.
Justo en esta zona no he estado. Vamos a ver. What the fuck. Estoy para sentarme y mirar esto. Eso es la zona esta. Vale. Vamos a ver. Por aquí sí que he estado. La biblioteca. Tenemos que ir hacia el otro lado. Lo de aquí ya lo tenemos hecho. Se supone.
Atrus, the Miller brothers. Mother expressly forbade me from reading it.
Sigamos. A ver. No me he sacado ni al final ningún punto en lo de...
The lock is surrounded by a triple circle.
Lo de abrir las cerraduras no lo he hecho. Y lo estoy pagando. Vamos a ver. Me gustaría... Pero va a ser que no. Bueno, tenemos aquí al curete. Que no ha estado en la reunión.
Ah,
No.
Louis.
Creo que no ha estado.
Just the man. Good Lord. How did the king come to be executed? I would think that the order would have intervened.
Your Eminence, I haven't been following the case. I'm sure that the Order did everything in its power. Unfortunately, you know the situation in Paris, and, well, it's chaotic at best. Anything can happen in those revolutionary tribunals.
The king is the official representative of God on earth, my son.
Your Eminence, France has become a secular state. The king was just another citizen to them. He refused to admit his errors, looked down upon them, and attempted to escape. What did he expect?
France has lost all reason, Louis.
I invite you to speak about it with my mother as soon as she reappears.
Is there any news of her?
Well, I hope it won't be long before I find her, Your Eminence.
Louis, I'm counting on you. If you don't find Sarah before my departure, I must ask you to give me back the letter I gave you.
Well, don't worry about that, Your Eminence.
Now you wanted to speak to me.
A ver si
If
se
I
sabe
say
algo.
the nightmare to you, does it make you think of anything?
Your question is strange, my son. Difficult to say. Could you at least tell me a little more about the context?
Manipular.
Think of a place and tell me the first thing that comes into your mind when I say the nightmare.
Let me think. I'd say Lord Mortimer's favorite painting on the wall behind his desk. You know, that painting caused quite a stir when it was exhibited. It is titled The Nightmare, and it shows a woman lying down with a creature sitting on her, and in the background, a horse. I don't know if it will be of any help, but I can't think of anything else.
You never know. Thank you for that, though, Your Eminence.
I gotta go and see it just in case, though.
I was wondering what to think of that Manuel Godoy.
He is reputed to be a very ambitious character, at every level. But his faith is unwavering. He is a staunch defender of the church. You can believe me.
Thank you for everything, Your Eminence. I shan't take up any more of your time.
You are welcome, my son. I will be seeing you, Louis.
Algo le hemos sacado. Nada súper loco, pero algo hemos podido rascar. El estudio de motoriómetro sí que está arriba del todo, ¿no? Digo yo que despacho y estudio será lo mismo. Debería, ¿verdad? Debería, vámonos. A ver qué nos ofrece. Oli. Vamos a subir por aquí. Vamos, vamos.
So, what did my mother mean by going beyond the nightmare?
Se supone que es ese lío. Es un puto pájaro.
That's what you generally feed birds. Let's take a closer look. Judging by the shape, I'd say they're Criollo cocoa beans. The chocolate of the Mayas, the rarest of the beans. Some even say they're an aphrodisiac. When a product is in fashion, people attribute all sorts of virtues to it, not to be given to animals.
Forman parte de mi colección privada, pero mis clientes han fechado de acuerdo con...
Now, what have we got here? Well, it looks like a model of a lock. It's as if Mortimer is fond of complicating things sometimes. Well, I hope I never have to try and unlock it. It's a book on the history of the Crusades. I don't think it has any connection with my research.
Se supone que el cuadro es este, ¿no? A ver, vamos a ver.
The Nightmare painted by Fuseli in 1781. Ah, this must be what my mother was talking about. Now just need to find out what she meant by go beyond. Hey, looks like it's mounted on rails on each side. It should lift up, I think.
Oh, un
There must be a
mecanismo.
mechanism somewhere.
¿Qué es eso que hay en el suelo? Ahí va. Ay, no.
Aha! I found it. Oh, what on earth is this? A ring lock now? Great. That's all I needed. Looks like there's a marker on number 1 on the second roller.
Como un 1. Que es de... Hostia, del 1 al 9 es una... Del 1 al 9 es una putada. A ver.
Let's take a closer look.
Veamos qué pone. Coge chocolate. A ver.
Dark chocolate beans. Very bitter. They're greatly prized in high society. Judging by the shape, I'd say they're Criollo cocoa beans. The chocolate of the Mayas. The rarest
Es
of
una
the
servilleta,
beans.
no es un papel.
Some even say they're an aphrodisiac. When a product is in fashion, people attribute all sorts of virtues to it, not to be given to animals.
Vamos a ver.
That's what you generally feed birds. Might come in handy. A mynah bird.
Tell me the door code. Here I am talking to a bird. Shame on me.
A painting depicting the Third Crusade. It's titled Winter Before the Fall of Saint Jean d'Acre.
A ver, el envío de superstición temporal. Tenga en cuenta que forma parte de mi colección privada y que por consiguiente están fechados de acuerdo al calendario masónico o AEG en uso en ese momento. Huh. Quiero la otra.
No, what have we got here?
No, esa no.
Oh, it looks like a model of a lock. It's as if Mortimer is fond of complicating
Mira,
things
la otra,
sometimes.
punto. La otra, tío. Déjame mirar. Oh.
History of the First Crusades
Me
by
sigue sin
Pierre
parar.
Amédée de la Salle. Strange. All the dates are all wrong. They indicate events that took place in the year 5000 and something? Wait, did I miss something? The Crusades took place not long after the year 1000. Here all the dates say 5000 and something. I'm guessing this dating system begins 4,000 years before the calendar that we use. Yet, I'm getting the feeling that there's something else, another small detail, but what is it? The famous call of Pope Urban II. 20 years after the capture of Jerusalem from the Arabs by the Turks, Urban II convened the council. He promises a plenary indulgence to Christians who go and get Jerusalem back from the Turks. The result, the Jewish community on the road to Jerusalem found itself persecuted for no reason. 12,000 Jews would perish, not to mention the massacre of Ma'ara, where acts of cannibalism by Frankish crusaders were reported, or even the capture of Jerusalem, where approximately 30,000 were left dead. It signaled the beginning of centuries of wars of religion. Or how Louis VII, King of France, eager to be pardoned for the death of thousands of innocent people in the fire of the Church of Vitry, convinces the Pope to authorize him to lead his own crusade. The result, in Germany, a new outburst of violence against the Jewish community. and a monumental fiasco by poor Louis VII, cuckolded by his wife's uncle. The famous call from Pope Gregory VIII in his Audita Tremendi bull of 5,187. Oh, the crusade where Richard the Lionhearted distinguished himself. It states the first sea blockade of Saint-Jean d'Acre was broken in the 12th month of 5,190 AL, whereas the siege had been going on for 2 years.
A ver. Aquí.
This painting isn't finished, and it looks like Mortimer probably did it. Not bad, but you can't exactly say it's been done in the style of the period.
No, ¿y estos cuadros qué?
Coup de Lance by Paul Rubens.
Parece que estos cuadros no me dicen nada.
William Alexander Mortimer I, the 12th month of Anno Lucis, 5,190. It's a funny date. That date in 5,000 is something again. I wonder what in the world it means.
Era 5-1. A ver. A ver, un momento. Era 5-1. ¿Dónde estaba? Aquí. 5180.
History of the First Crusades by Pierre Amédée de la Salle. Strange. All the dates are all wrong. They indicate events that took place in the year 5,000 and something? Wait, did I miss something? The famous call from Pope Gregory VIII in his Audita Tremendi bull of 5,187. Oh, the crusade where Richard the Lionhearted distinguished himself. It states the first sea blockade of Saint-Jean d'Acre was broken in the 12th month of 5,190 AL, whereas the siege had been going on for 2 years.
A ver. Tengo ahí un par de fechas que me molestan. Vamos a ver. Hostia, para tocar todas tengo que ir uno por uno, vaya coñazo. Vamos a ver. Oye, déjame. Esta. A ver.
Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter.
Al menos no hay ningún tipo de penalización. A ver.
History of the First Crusades by Pierre Amédée de la Salle. Strange. All the dates are all wrong. They indicate events that took place in the year 5,000 and something?
¿Alguna vuelta de más? O,
Did I miss something?
O me estoy pasando de complicarlo.
The famous call from Pope Gregory VIII in his Audita Tremendi bull of 5,187. Oh, the crusade where Richard the Lionhearted distinguished himself. It states the first sea blockade of Saint-Jean d'Acre was broken in the 12th month of 5,190 AL, whereas the siege had been going on for 2 years.
Vamos a ver.
Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter.
A ver, la fecha de este cuadro era
William Alexander Mortimer the First, the 12th month of Anno Lucis, 5190. That's a funny date. Damn it. Doesn't work. 5190. I was pretty sure it was right. Maybe I didn't use the right dating system.
A ver, ni qué decir tengo que el año masónico comienza en marzo, no en enero. Comienza en marzo y no en enero, pero eso me cambia. ¿Cuánto me cambia?
History of the First Crusades by Pierre Amédée de la Salle. Strange. All the dates are all wrong. They indicate events that took place in the year 5000 and something? Wait, did I miss something?
¿5192?
Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter. Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter.
Así no lo voy a acertar. No.
Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter.
Así no lo voy a acertar. Tengo que pensar, tengo que pensar. A ver, un momento. Tengo aquí... Es un momento, que tengo una cosa en el PC. Ya enseguida seguimos. Perdón, Perdón, perdón. Joder. Esperar, es un... nah, es nah. ¿Qué cojones? Vale, voy a seguir. Voy a seguir, ¿eh? Enseguida sigo. Vale, ya estoy. A ver. Focus. A ver si me he perdido algo de la habitación.
Oh, the family tree. Lord William Alexander Mortimer. Lover of the arts and the sciences, he took up politics at an early age. After rapidly becoming influential, he decides to retire from public life in order to organize conferences reserved for the elite with the aim of finding answers to world problems. Blah, 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 blah.
Pues aquí encuentro algo.
He's also an only son, and the book doesn't mention any known descendant. The first William Alexander Mortimer.
A ver.
He was born in 1131 and distinguished himself during the Third Crusade, during which he rubbed shoulders with Richard the Lionheart. He showed outstanding bravery during the siege of Saint-Jean d'Acre. He died in 1211 in the country of Westford at the age of 80. What longevity. Nice. Nothing is mentioned about his wife.
Este de aquí. Este es el reputo. Este es el primero, ¿verdad?
William Alexander Mortimer I, the 12th month of Anno Lucis, 5190. That's a funny date.
Vale.
Oh, the family tree.
Venga, venga, venga.
The first William Alexander Mortimer. He was born in 1131 and distinguished himself during the Third Crusade, during which he rubbed shoulders with Richard the Lionheart. He showed outstanding bravery during the siege of Saint-Jean d'Acre. He died in 1211 in the country of Westford at the age of 80. What longevity. Nice. Nothing is mentioned about his wife.
Ahí, la cámara. Vamos. Hace ruidito. Parece que no es. Cuando lo pones en la correcto creo que no hace el mismo ruido, lo pongas donde lo pongas.
Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter. well. History of the Mortimer lineage. Looks like his ancestors have always sought to improve society and have had an open attitude towards the arts.
Está
The
en...
family tree. The first William Alexander Mortimer. He was born in 1131 and distinguished himself during the Third Crusade, during which he rubbed shoulders with Richard the Lionheart. He showed outstanding bravery during the siege of Saint-Jean d'Acre. He died in 1211 in the country of Westford at the age of 80.
La fecha de la
What
muerte,
longevity.
12.
Nice. Nothing is mentioned about his wife.
A ver. ¿Será eso?
Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter. A painting depicting the Third Crusade. It's titled Winter Before the Fall of Saint-Jean d'Acre. I get the impression I've seen that before. In fact, I've read something on the Crusades before in the study. He clearly loves the subject.
Tiene que ver algo con el libro este y con el cambio de fechas, con el pavo este, creo. Pero ahora no estoy cayendo en lo que es. No estoy cayendo en lo que es.
Looks like there's a marker on number 1 on the second roller.
¿Cómo?
Looks like there's a marker on number 1 on the second roller. Looks like there's a marker on number 1 on the second roller. Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter.
Ya, y me han dicho que es un 1 ahí. Y no he puesto bien la fecha, pues ahora sí que me tienen súper perdido, Me cago en...
William Alexander Mortimer I, the 12th month of Anno Lucis, 5190.
He probado el 51-90, lo he probado, ¿no? Sí, sí que lo he probado el 51-90. Que me dice lo de... que me hace una pequeña referencia a las otras fechas. Tiene que ser una gilipollez,
Damn it. It doesn't work.
Esto no funciona.
5190. I was pretty sure it was right. Maybe I didn't use the right dating system.
A ver.
the family tree. Lord William Alexander Mortimer, lover of the arts and the sciences, he took up politics at an early age. After rapidly becoming influential, he decides to retire from public life in order to organize conferences reserved for the elite with the aim of finding answers to world problems. Blah, 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 blah. He's also an only son, and the book doesn't mention any known descendant. The direct descendant of William Alexander Mortimer I was born in 1195 on his father's return from the crusade. Only son, more discreet than his father, it states that he was widely traveled. He produced only one descendant, named William Michael Mortimer. He died in 1275. There's no chapter dedicated to his mother.
1195, ¿era? Me cago en tal.
Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't.
No. Me cago en la más, ¿eh? Me cago en la más. Vamos a ver. A ver, ¿dónde está esto? Un momentín. Vaya ritmo de mierda está teniendo el directo. Me cago en todo. A ver, un momento, esto...
Matter.
Este cuadro ya lo hemos mirado. Este también, ¿verdad? ¡Ay, la cámara! A ver. Joder, que no me deja. A ver, piensa un poco. El segundo número tiene que ser un 1, porque nos lo han dicho, básicamente. Y había estaba ahí la fecha esta, que era 1990. Pero como se supone que no hay que contarle el calendario tan cual. Si le metemos aquí un 1, ¿qué? ¿Qué pasa?
Open sesame.
Ay, Dios. Una buena potra. A ver, vale.
Let's see what you've been hiding, Lord Murderer.
Vamos a saquear. Aquí no tenemos que poner. Tal y como acordamos, seguimos presionando todo lo posible en la frontera prusiana para mantener ocupada el ejército de Federico Guillermo. Sin embargo, no sé cuántos más podemos aguantar. ¡Oh! Así impedimos que cada estado dictamine su propia política respecto a los esclavos. En un principio el objetivo era resolver un conflicto entre Pensilvania y Virginia, pero al firmarlo nos haremos a legislar la caza. Ajá. La zarina Catalina tiene la firme intención de brindar su apoyo al conde de Provenza y reconocerlo como regente del reino de Francia. ¡Ojo! Este pájaro ya lo sabía que se lo iban a cargar, ¿eh? Ya estaba todo preparado.
A fine-looking map of the Orient, indeed.
Sinvergüenza. ¿Qué cojones? Veamos si tienes el coraje para enfrentarte a mí a solas.
This is my mother's writing. I
Hostia.
picked up her trail. What is she up to? Obviously, she wants to lure Mortimer somewhere, but where? The only clue she's left for Mortimer is this stone sword. It must be intentional. It looks like a decorative sword, like from a statue, for example. And judging by the state of it, I'm guessing it's been left outside for a long time. I have absolutely got to find out where it came from.
Me suena que había una estatua que no tuviera espada.
Weakness of the Human Psyche by Guillaume Tremor.
Para el nene.
He says, it is possible to drill an idea into someone by constant daily repetition until the mind gives in.
Te aquí todas las confabulaciones del pavo, ¿eh?
This shows the forces present in America.
A ver. Luego, para que firmen el acuerdo de... Pues este acuerdo se conocerá como el acuerdo de Butonwood. Cuando nos fuimos por primera vez, entenderá por qué se le ha otorgado dicho nombre.
It shows the forces present in Europe. It's clear that France is surrounded by her enemies. However, a large number has been underlined in bold. 26 million. I know what it is. It's an estimation of my country's population. All our neighbors have far fewer inhabitants.
Huh. Mama? Where are you, Mom?
Preservation using formaldehyde. Just as disgusting as ever. Something strange about this table. What kind of experiments does Mortimer carry out here? It's a dissection table. So Mortimer does autopsies. Here on his desert island. But who is he doing autopsies on then? The little surgeon's perfect collection.
¿A quién disecciona este cabrón? ¿Qué cojones es esto?
Looks like obsidian or onyx. Must weigh a ton.
Ah, es un idioma chungo.
These are feathers. Pigeon, probably.
Palomas, aquí dentro.
A skeleton by the name of Gustav, if the plaque on the plinth is anything to go by. Mortimer's given a name to his anatomy skeleton. That's morbid.
Oh, no es un...
His right hand is missing.
Mierda. O a lo mejor no es... No es... O sea, su tío es una persona. La cerradura. Se abrirá o castigará al fisgón cuya fe no sea lo suficientemente fuerte. He bautizado mi invento bajo el nombre juicio de fe.
That must be for writing the homing pigeon messages.
Punto es acelerar a los campesinos de Deja. Merad está tratando de aumentar la presión sobre las masas. La decisión de la asamblea, que consiste en la votación de la constitución civil del clero, está exacerbando la religión. El porro rechaza a los sacerdotes de forma unánime y jura lealtad al Estado. Está todo organizado por este pavo, Llave con el símbolo del fuego.
A chest with a motif representing the alchemical symbol of fire.
Me falta una llave.
A table of alchemical elements. So, Lord Mortimer also studies alchemy? It seems like he's interested in everything.
Hay uno marcado. Oh, la construcción de la Casa Blanca.
Three rusty old nails. They're about 20 centimeters long.
¿Qué coño?
Some goat skulls, chicken legs. Now we all know what that's for. I'm a little surprised at Mortimer. I didn't seem as the type to be organizing little pagan parties, invoking occult powers, and dancing naked under the full moon.
Qué tío más raro.
I'm more used to seeing cheap charms like this sold by charlatans in Pré Saint-Gervais. Look, a pack of tarot cards. Has he been reading the cards? Mortimer? That would surprise me.
La garganta, tantos ingleses que me hacen, aunque no podemos retenerlo durante mucho tiempo. Mis fuerzas disminuyen rápidamente para sus nuevos cohetes.
Oh, shit. How am I gonna get out of here now?
Ahora encuentra la forma de salir. Ya le he echado un vistazo a todo. Sí, ¿verdad? Hostia, la máscara de hierro.
An iron mask. I wonder who it's for.
Hostia, hay una trama de puta madre, ¿eh? Montada. Vale. Y ahora para esa... Y... Oh, esta puerta.
It's locked.
Y ahora para salir...
This looks like the same mechanism as the one on the other side.
Sí. Pero...
It looks like the same as the one on the other side. Whoa, whoa.
Mierda.
The grid closes a bit more every time I enter a wrong date. I'd better not mess up again. It doesn't seem to be working.
Ojo, cuidado. Ojo, cuidado. Estoy por parar. A ver, yo supongo que la cerradura... Pues claro, ¿utilizará la misma clave que antes? ¿Qué hará esto? Tengo que cortar el directo enseguida. Así que voy a hacer una trampita. A ver. Joder. Vamos a poner esto al revés. Espérate. ¿Así?
This looks like the same mechanism as the one on the other side.
Vale, chavales, pues yo voy a cortar esto por aquí. No, de un momento.
Better not dwell on it then.
O seguimos. Seguimos ahora porque es un momentito de nada. Es un momentito de nada y seguimos con el directo, ¿vale, chavales? Me cago en todo. ¡Ah! Que no puedo. Es una pequeña urgencia. Urgenciosa. ¿Vale? Enseguida vengo. Vale, ya estoy. No creo que quede mucho para acabar el capítulo. No creo que quede mucho para acabar el capítulo. Porque tiene bastante buena pinta. Descubre el origen de la espada que te dejó mamá. Pues la espada que me dejó mamá... Puede ser que la haya visto. Aunque parecía como más una espada que de una estatua que estuviera en un jardín. Estoy pensando a ver si lo recuerdo. Porque de aquí mismo no será. No puede ser de aquí mismo. Sería ya como el cachondeo, ¿no? No, de aquí mismo no es. Venga, tío. Podría haberme encontrado con Perú en extrañas circunstancias. ¿Dónde? Ni idea. Ni idea. Pues nada. A ver, 4 puntos disponibles que nos subimos. La manipulación estaba bastante bien. Joder, pero yo creo que esto... Malditas cerraduras. Vale. Persuasión... Esto me lo voy a dejar así. Vale. Pues nada, ahora sí que cortó el directo. Ahora sí, lo vamos a dejar tal cual.
This note is about a meeting with Lord Mortimer. There's no doubt about it. All right, I need to find out where the sword that came with it's from in order to find Mother.
Yo supongo que ya el siguiente ya seguro que es el final, chavales. Pues nada, siento un poco las cosas raras que me están pasando con este juego. Este directo es un poco raro, el anterior directamente fue un desastre. Así que nada, bueno, espero que tengáis paciencia. Y eso, voy cortando. Nada, nos vemos muy pronto, chavales. Hasta luego.